Imagine this. It's just 2 days before her 18th birthday, and 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla is behind the wheel, cruising through the quiet streets of Strongsville, Ohio, with her boyfriend Dominic Russo and their friend Davion Flanagan in the car. What starts as a late-night hangout after a party spirals into unimaginable horror. In the dead of night on July 31st, 2022, Mackenzie floors the gas pedal, rocketing her Toyota Camry to 100 miles per hour down a dead-end road, straight into a brick warehouse wall. The impact is catastrophic. Dominic and Davion are killed instantly, but Mackenzie, the only one wearing a seatbelt, survives. At first, everyone thinks it's a tragic accident fueled by drugs and bad luck. But as the investigation unfolds, chilling secrets emerge. Threatening videos, accusations of spells and manipulation, and a toxic relationship on the brink. Was this really an accident? Or was something far darker? A calculated act of murder-suicide gone wrong? It was the summer of 2022, and Mackenzie Shirilla seemed like any other high school girl on the cusp of adulthood. She was turning 18 soon, excited for celebrations with her boyfriend of several years, 20-year-old Dominic Russo, and their close-knit group of friends. That night, the trio, joined by 19-year-old Davion Flanagan, partied lightly, smoking weed, and even sharing psychedelic mushrooms at one stop. Friends later said Mackenzie's behavior was off. She'd never been big into substances before. By 5 a.m., as the sky began to lighten, Mackenzie insisted on driving home. Dominic usually took the wheel, but she pushed for it this time. Davion wanted a ride too, but she initially refused, until Dominic convinced her. They piled into the car, heading toward what should have been a straightforward drop-off. But surveillance cameras captured something eerie. Instead of staying on the main road, the car veered on a Progress Drive, a quiet industrial stretch that ended abruptly at a brick building. Calm at first, the vehicle suddenly accelerated wildly, hitting over 90 miles per hour in seconds. No brakes. A desperate swerve avoided a tree, but it was too late. The Camry slammed into the wall with devastating force. A passing motorcyclist discovered the wreckage around 6:15 a.m., calling 911 in shock. Police body cams recorded the grim scene. Twisted metal, no signs of life from the passengers. "She's alive," one officer shouted as they pried open the door to pull Mackenzie out. Dominic in the front seat and Davion in the back were gone, pronounced dead on sight. Mackenzie, battered with a severe leg injury, was airlifted to the hospital, fading in and out of consciousness. Initially, authorities chalked it up to tragedy. Speed, possible drugs, mushrooms, and a scale found in the car, and Mackenzie's condition called POTS, which can cause dizziness. No brake marks, but maybe she blacked out. She was the sole survivor, her seatbelt likely saving her life. Her parents rushed to the hospital, devastated yet relieved their daughter lived. Notifying Dominic's family was heartbreaking. They had no idea he was even out that night. The community mourned 2 young lives cut short. Vigils honored Dominic and Davion, and sympathy poured in for Mackenzie, seen as a traumatized survivor who'd lost her boyfriend and friend. She spent weeks recovering in the hospital, then returned home. But cracks soon appeared. Mackenzie skipped both funerals. On social media, she boasted about heavy drug use, claiming she could handle more than anyone. For Halloween that fall, just months later, she dressed as a bloody corpse, fake gore smeared across her face. Her parents defended it publicly. She deserved some fun after the trauma. Whispers grew about unexplained money. She flaunted designer clothes, thousands spent without clear source. Police closed the case as an accident. But Dominic's grieving family couldn't let go. They handed over explosive evidence, a video Dominic recorded just days before the crash. In it, Mackenzie's voice raged during an argument. "You're going to open this door right now, or there's going to be a serious problem." It was part of a longer clip showing relentless threats. Texts revealed more. She'd warned she'd crash the car if he left her. Friends came forward with darker tales. Claims of voodoo spells to bind Dominic, a doll made from his hair, pendulums used to communicate. Her ex-boyfriend described her as mentally not all there, capable of anything in rage. Investigators reopened the case as homicide. Interviews painted a picture of obsession. Dominic had tried breaking up multiple times. Each attempt triggered fury. Just days prior, she'd allegedly beaten him while driving, forcing him to pull over in fear she'd cause a wreck. GPS data showed she'd scouted the crash site days earlier. Black box data from the car was damning. Full throttle for the final seconds, no brakes applied. At 100 miles per hour into a wall. She'd chosen the time, early morning, few witnesses, and the path. Friends who analyzed footage noted the deliberate curve, the missed rocks, the precision. One said it looked like Dominic grabbed the wheel in panic. Prosecutors argued motive, a toxic, controlling relationship where Mackenzie believed if I can't have him, no one can. Even if she intended suicide too, it didn't excuse the murders. In 2023, Mackenzie faced trial. The judge, in a bench decision, called her literal hell on wheels. The video of those final seconds sealed it. Controlled, methodical, intentional. Guilty on all counts, murder, felonious assault, more. Sentenced to concurrent 15 years to life terms, she's now behind bars at the Ohio Reformatory for Women, eligible for parole someday. But the judge doubted she'd ever walk free. This wasn't just a crash. It was a heartbreaking betrayal, born from love twisted into possession. Two families shattered forever, asking the same haunting question: how far would someone go to never let go? In the end, Mackenzie's survival became her punishment, living with the weight of what she'd done.